Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you knew both teams were, their coaches were both on each team probably for giving up a little too much last night. You knew that tonight it was going to be tight. It was going to be hard ice. There was not a lot of easy plays to be made out there. You could tell there wasn't a lot of flow to the game. Both teams were defending well with their sticks a lot, and I thought it was really hard to generate extended ozone shifts. So yeah, you kind of expected a little bit of grind to your game tonight and a better defensive game. We talked about it. We went through a similar stretch last year around this time, but the difference is, and this is where I can honestly say this, we played really good hockey for the most part. And for whatever reason, it's not going our way right now. Can we get better in some certain areas? Yes, we needed to get better. We needed to get better in special teams, and I thought we did this weekend. Tonight, you think of it, their only goal, we tipped it in. And it's one of those things. Cooper's going back, taking away the pass lane as he should. It hits Wiley's stick and goes posting in, and that was it. So for me, special teams got better. I thought Jimmy was really good in the net tonight, and I thought we played hard and defensive and a good NCHC battle. So last year, I thought we were leaking oil a little bit, and I was really worried about the direction of the team. And this year, boy, I thought we played good against Denver. I thought we played good against North Dakota. We obviously had a horrible 20 minutes last night interspersed throughout the game, but the funny thing, the other 40 was probably as good as we played. So it's a little bit different feel than last year. I don't think the guys are definitely frustrated for not getting as many points as they'd like to, but I don't sense a panic, if that makes sense. You know what? It was just they're a little bit. They pushed their wingers out fast on turnovers. Our D got caught twice. I'd have to look at the tape. An individual play where our D was there, and they actually kind of rolled through him and got to the net. So it wasn't like we got trapped without enough numbers. But you're right. We just said the same thing in the locker room, in the coach's locker room. We talked about those are chances in a tight, close game like this that we can't give up. It was fired up. The team was fired up for him. We were fired up for him. Would have been nice if we could have scored a couple in that shootout to make it. It's funny, these Saturday nights feel a lot different when you win that shootout versus when you lose it, even though it's essentially the same result. But it would have been nice for him to be able to celebrate a little bit at the end, because I really thought he battled really hard. And like you said, we gave up 2 breakaways that we can't give up, and he stopped them both to keep us in that game and get a point. Yeah, we'll see where Posture's at. I'm hoping he's available this week, but I think it's going to be close. So that'll be one decision we'll make. And then, like having tough decisions to make, Granishon goes in and plays a good game tonight. That line with Hall and Sean and Molinar, I thought, created some of our best sustained ozone shifts. So these guys keep going in and making it hard. So we'll get through this. There's a lot of belief in the room. There's a lot of belief from the staff. We've been playing too good a hockey to panic right now or to get down right now. I think the big thing for us is to try to keep the team positive, keep them up. CC's rolling right now, so it's going to be a really good challenge to go in there and keep trying to get points in this league. You know what? We talked to Dom and not in length today, but basically challenge him a little bit that he needs to be better, and that's just being honest and fair. And to be honest with you, he knows it. We asked him how he thought he played first, of course, and he knows he can be better than that. So I think Dom's given us. It's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of compete. But right now, for a goalie, he's just not feeling it. So I think the best thing to do is to give him a night off and then see if he can reset for next weekend. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, he scored a nice goal last night too, and he's been scoring a little bit lately. And you know what? I'm a big believer in this, and I said it last year. You're always going to go through some tough times. Zach went through some tough times as a player. We're going through, and I don't even want to call them tough times right now because we're playing good hockey. But we're not getting a ton of breaks right now for whatever reason. And I always think, though, that in any season, those things all even out. So I try not to get too down about it when you're going through it. And eventually, if you keep working, you're going to earn your luck as you go, too. Welcome to the NCHC. NCHC second half of the year. I told the guys going in the locker room, get used to being tied in the third. You look at CC and Western this weekend, both OT nights. You look at Omaha up in North Dakota, OT the first night. Us in North Dakota, it's on and on. This league is so tight and so hard to win games in that you're going to see a lot of overtime games in the second half.
Yeah, I'd agree for sure. There's a couple times I've gotten possession, and we've kind of just been in the defending cycle a little bit, especially the one against North Dakota last weekend. It's about patience in overtime and puck possession. So it's a very meticulous game, but I'm sure some we'll address and look to get better at. Some good, some bad. I think. I think we played a little bit better defensively at a lot of the periods, especially in zone, and off the rush when we had numbers. We did a decent job of sorting and getting underneath guys and going through bodies, but we probably had a little more turnovers than we wanted to. That resulted in some odd man rushes, which are dangerous chances. So that's kind of uncharacteristic of us, and there's definitely going to be some things for us to work on to keep getting better here. Yeah, no, that was a massive bright area for us today. He's such a great kid. He's been so resilient the last year and a half here. He's been battled through a lot, and he's a hockey player, so we knew he was going to come and bring his best, and that's what he did for us. So we're all really happy for him, even if it's not the end result we wanted. Yeah, for sure. I mean, last year it's not easy when he was a top goaltender in the league before he got recruited out of the OJ. So he's a really good goalie, and then last year he got stuck behind two other really good goalies behind Bassey and Casser. So. He knew it was going to be a development year, and that's exactly what he did. He'd stay on the ice, take extra shots from guys, one-timers, whatever guys wanted the whole year, just getting better, getting stronger. And then this year in training camp, he actually got injured right around when he was kind of fighting for that for first starts earlier in the year. And because that injury kind of put him behind a bit, and he got his opportunity today, and after a year and a half of a lot of emotional up and downs, he got a chance, and he took advantage of it, so we're really happy for him. Yeah, no, we got stuff to clean up for sure. Like I mentioned before, some turnovers that were half bad decisions, half just mistakes with the puck. We got to clean some of those up for sure. In addition to just continuing to get better at our communication, sorting out plays, who's got who. I think we could definitely continue to improve in that area if we want to, because we want to tighten it up here. So, yeah, absolutely. No, it was a tight, hard battle last year in Colorado Springs there, and I think they're a much improved team even from that last year, which they were hard to play against. So they're going to be a really good team, and we're going to have to bring our best. We're going to have to tighten up some of those defensive things we talked about. We're going to have to continue to score, because I don't think we generated quite as much as we'd like to tonight. So we got a lot of things to work on top to bottom, but we're going to stick together as a team. We're going to come together, not let this tear us apart, and we're going to get better and bring our best come Friday. Yeah, it does for sure, especially in overtime when you're susceptible for a chance against if you make a change. So sometimes you got to stay out there longer than you would in a normal 5-on-5 shift. So it's definitely taxes your legs, but that's part of the game. You gotta battle through that. You gotta keep your mind when sometimes you don't have your legs, and there were times we, myself included, for sure, could have done that better tonight, especially in overtime.
He played a really good game. He made a lot of really good saves, kept us in the game, and really happy for him. He played unreal today, and good for him. Good for the team as well. Well, I have a couple options in my pockets every time, and usually I just go with what works. And today I picked the wrong option, and next time I'm gonna be smarter.